welcome to Mount TlPS here in Switzerland. So, if I have at least 5 simple key steps para huwag magkasakit or kung may sakit na, para gumaling, simulan ang healing journey, you can start with these 5 simple steps. So, yung first one is start fasting. So, fasting for as minimum as 12 hours. Depende if malaki pa, if mataba pa, if you still have a lot of fats to lose, then you can fast a little more. Pwedeng 14 hours, pwedeng 16 hours, pwedeng 18 hours, and maybe later, pwede na kayong mag-ADF, alternate day fasting, or OMAD, 1 meal a day, and you can mix it and match it with whatever your schedule is para ito ay maging sustainable. Usually kami ngayon, we are doing, since we are on vacation, we are doing at least 2 meals a day. So TMAD kami, but if not on vacation and if not on other circumstances, we usually just eat 1 meal a day with some light snacks, of course. So yan, number 1 is fast when you can for a minimum of 12 hours. Number 2, what you can do is make sure na yung sun exposure ninyo ay nandyan parate. So, a minimum of 20 minutes of sun exposure a day. 20 minutes lang of direct sun exposure, you can already get the benefits of vitamin D and boosting of your immune system. If it's midday, pwede kahit 10 to 15 minutes na lamang. If it's early in the morning or late in the afternoon, you can extend it to about 30 minutes a day. So, very important to make sure na ang sun exposure ninyo, it's free. Baka hindi nyo na kailangan pa ng vitamin D after nyan. And of course, together with nutrient-dense foods that we will discuss in a little while. And number 3 tip is, of course, when it comes to sleeping, very, very important. I usually get at least 7.5 sleep a day. Part siya ng aking priority talaga. If I don't get that 7.5 minimum of sleep in a day, my day will not go as nice. I know, merong mga studies na hindi na natin kailangan ganon kahaba ng sleep. So yes, of course, pwedeng hindi ganon kahaba. You can still function. You can even train yourself to function efficiently at only 6 hours of sleep a day. But I don't want to risk it. Marami kasing studies na chronic na mababa yung tulog can lead to earlier death. At ayoko mamatay ng early. I wanna live longer and of course more energy, yung life na full talaga, that I can enjoy all the activities like walking in here. We are already at 10,000 feet above sea level. Thin air na yung high altitude na lugar na ito. But moving forward from our fasting of minimum of 12 hours, sun exposure of 20 minutes, we also have our sleep of 7 hours and a half at least in a day. Now we can move on to our food. So our food, make sure na kung meron mga proportion, your processed food, as much as possible, 0 yan. But if hindi talaga maiwasan, then you can just have at most 10% of what you're eating na processed food. So, limit yung processed food intake to about 10% of your overall na pagkain. And for the remaining naman, make sure it's coming from meat. Healthy fats, healthy proteins from seafood, fish, eggs, organic eggs, chicken, turkey, beef, pork, at kung ano-ano pang animal products. So, make sure na yung proportion sa inyong pagkain would be 10% maximum na yung processed foods. Yung meat natin, average na sa 50 to 60%. Then you can have some vegetables, some other low-carb products on the side to complete your meal. And lastly, we have our 5th tip, and it's about moving. So, kung nahihirapan kayo mag-exercise, make sure nyo lang that you limit your sitting time. So, as much as possible po, limit natin yan. Try to avoid sitting for 8 hours a day. So, maybe start by lowering it to 7 and then 6 hours. You can now work, pwede, kahit nasa laptop kayo, you can work while standing and try to move around when you can. So, hindi kailangan na magsimula kayo agad in heavy exercises. But of course, if you can start your weightlifting journey, that is also a very good option. So, yun ang ating top 5 na very important tip for you to start your healing and healthful journey. Recap natin, we have number 1, fast minimum of 12 hours. Number 2, make sure you have your sun exposure for at least 20 minutes. Number 3, Make sure yung sleeping nyo is around 7.5 hours a day at minimum din. And number 4 yung ating food proportion, more than 50% coming from meat, proteins, healthy fats, animal products, and 10% maximum na ng processed foods. And lastly, move more, sit less. Yun lang po. This is your Diet Doctor from Switzerland. Always remember to stay low carb so that we all stay safe. Till our next video. Bye!
I hope to see you all in the National Low Carb Day 2023 on October 1 in the FILINVEST tent, Alabang, Muntinlupa City. This is co-presented by Burp Low Carb Deli, and we would like to thank all of our sponsors, especially the Platinum, Gold, Silver, and Bronze. See you then!